Hi, I'm Ellie Dix. I'm a board game designer and I run a board game publishing company called the Dark Imp. Yesterday I was in a really interesting meeting with a load of different professionals from different sorts of jobs. And one of the activities we did was we wrote down all the questions we had for everybody else in the room. And today on this video, I'm just going to answer the questions that were asked of me in the meeting. So let's start. The first question was, where did the name the Dark Imp come from? Well, and here's the imp. Here's the imp. I create games for families, and it's really important to me to be able to create games that are going to appeal to teenagers and to preteens just as much as they're going to appeal to adults. So I was the choice of branding is very deliberate in terms of appealing to everyone within that family. The name, the Dark Imp, came from this sort of, it's a teenager. It's a teenager who is sort of a little bit grumpy and quite subversive, but has a heart, a heart of gold in there somewhere. And that's what we're trying to do. We're trying to connect with with the teenagers. We're trying to connect with our kids, have family time together. So the Dark Imp is representative of the teenager you want to bring to the table. Second question, what's your most popular game? Well, it's quite a difficult question to answer, actually. I mean, how do you quantify that? Do you want me to tell you in terms of how many games, what's the most I've sold of a particular game? For example, in terms of sales, definitely the coaster games. The coaster games are really, really popular. They fly off the shelves. This is a little pack. This is the brand new packaging, so it's really cool. So inside here it says, "Ooh, what a lovely pack of games!" And inside here you open it up, and there are 6 different coaster games. So in the pack, 6 games. Each of them's a game with the rules on the back. They're all completely different. Some of them you need paper and pen to play. You never mark the coaster, so you can play it again and again. 2 of them are for 2 players. 1 of them's for 2 to 4 players, and the other 3 are for any number of players from 2 up. So those are probably my most popular games because people buy them in bulk to give away. Teachers buy them for their classes. Holiday rentals buy them to put in welcome packs. People who are creating party bags buy them to put in party bags, and people put them in their Christmas cards and in all sorts of things. So I would say the coaster games are my most popular game, or yes, my best-selling game, certainly. Question 3. How do we join your mailing list and share your business on social? Well, thank you for asking. My mailing list is so everything is at thedarkimp.com. www.thedarkimp.com, and on the top of the menu bar you will see a little box that says get your free game, and if you click there that will take you through to the page to sign up for the mailing list, and you will also get a free game instantly to your email, and you can download that, print it and play it straight away with family and friends. You can even play it on Zoom. So there you go. And also, if you're keen to share this, if you like the game, if you're keen to share it with other people, I have got a little paragraph that I can send you by email, which is really easy to share with people if you want to do a social media post or something. So just ask. Next question. Are you targeting families or corporates or both? Well, definitely families, not corporates. I'm not, I am involved in some corporate gifting, but really only with the intention of getting the games through to families. So it's all about families. It's any way I can get to families. That's what I'm aiming to do. Next question. What's the turnaround for postage and delivering? Well, I usually post things out within 24 hours of having an order through the website. And as standard, everything goes second class. So you will be, waiting probably 4 days or something for your game. But if you are in a rush, you can always I read every single note. So if you're in a rush for something, you can always write, please can you send this first class? I desperately need it. and I probably will. And if you want it to be sent as a gift, then I will make sure there's no cost information inside anyway. There isn't usually anyway. And I will write a personal note so you can tell me what you want on the note. So if you're buying a present for somebody, just say what you want the message to be and I'll write it out for you, handwritten on a nice card, and put it in with it. Next question. Are there any specific games for dummies? Well, actually, this is really important because my mission for what I'm doing is to create games that are going to draw people into the hobby who have not been playing before. So I do a range of games that are designed to be really super accessible, that have got easy rules to get people playing interesting games. So they might be easy rules. They might be, you know, quick and understandable rules on the back of a coaster. I mean, there aren't many rules there. But they're still going to be interesting games, and that's the key. So I do a range of games like that. The coaster games, I do these notepad games, and they've got the rules just on the inside cover. So very, very simple rules again. All these are available as downloadable print and play games as well. And then also the cracker games, they've got very simple rules in them as well. So they're designed to be super accessible. But then also there are these sort of bigger games, and they are designed for families who are hooked in by the other games and want to play a bit more. And they have more complicated rules, although they do all have how to play videos. So if you're looking for games and you haven't played many games before, I suggest you start with the print and play games, the notepad games, the coaster games, the cracker games, those sorts of things. Next question, how many different games have you designed? Well, I had to work this out beforehand. I have published 24 different games, but I am counting each of these coaster games as a separate game. I'm counting each of the games in the cracker game box. There are 6 in here as a separate game. There are 2 placemat games, one on either side of a giant placemat, and you buy these in sort of sets of, like a desk pad really, sets of 50. I've got 4 different 4 different notepad games. And I've got 3 different big box, I've got 2 different big box games at the moment that are actually published, and 2 different travel box games at the moment which are actually published. And then I've got 2 more print and plays which are only available as print and play games. And then I've got 2 games in print that are currently being published. So this is going to the printer next week. Uranus, the Kickstarter just finished a couple of weeks ago, and I've got a new travel tin game coming out at the same time as Uranus, because it will come in the puzzle box. So I do these things called puzzle boxes, which are board game and puzzle boxes, and some of these games I've just showed you are in there as well. So you can sort of get a themed box. So that's 24 published, 2 in production. I've got 6 that I'm currently playtesting for a campaign, a Kickstarter later this year. 6 games, I can't tell you more. Keep watching. Soon there'll be more information about this. They come in a pack of 6. And then I've got another sort of 10 to 15 games that I have designed that aren't published yet. One of them's in the final of a big board game competition at the moment, and I'm happy with these 10 to 15 games, and they'll be published at some point. And then I've also got 4 commissions that I'm working on at the moment. So there's quite a lot of games there. I do seem to manage to create games relatively quickly. So this is an exciting skill I've discovered that I've got. Next question. Will you be launching new games soon? I think I've covered that. So yes, there's the new Kickstarter with these 6 new exciting games for Christmas, which will be in September. So I'm going to be creating a mailing list just that you can join if you want information about that. It'll be up soon on the Kickstarter page of my website. And the Uranus game and the Countdown Confusion, which is the new travel game, they will be out in July, ready to buy on the website if you didn't back the Kickstarter. what's your most popular family game? Well, this is the same question really as the one I answered earlier about what's your best-selling game, I guess. I suppose in terms of the big games, Donut Dash is the one that people are buying and are playing lots of. So that's a good way. You're stealing donuts off each other. Who doesn't want to do that? What age range are your games for? They are all age 8 and up, except for Uranus, which is the new one, which is more complicated, and it's age 10 and up. And that's it. That's the end of the questions. I'm always happy to answer questions. So if you have any others, if this little video sparks any of your own questions, please get in touch. The website's www.thedarkimp.com. I'm Ellie Dix. You can contact me on ellie@thedarkimp.com. I'm on Twitter @EllieDixTweets and on Facebook and Instagram @thedarkimp.